Hey, it's Luke. So until recently, if you bought something from IK Multimedia that had downloadable sounds, like Sampletank or Sampletron or Syntronik, any of their sample-based instruments, you only had 180 days to download the sound files. So you would buy the thing and then you got busy, or you didn't want to download everything because some of the files are huge, so you'd wait until you need them. And if you waited too long, by the time you were ready, up popped a message saying that you had to get a credit to download your sounds. And this happened even if you had never downloaded your product at all. It was $10 to access downloads for all of your IK Multimedia products, or a little bit less if you had jam points. But still, it was not fun. But on top of that, let's say a year later you upgrade your computer and you didn't keep a backup of these files. Again, you had to pay to download the products you bought. So in some cases, you could have had to pay them 3 different times for the same product. But recently, they made an announcement. The 180-day download limit was removed, and I'm so happy. For years, I had been saying they should do this. The policy just didn't make any sense. And when I posted something on a forum about it once where I mentioned they should remove the limit, someone replied that bandwidth costs and it's not free, it's expensive. And having had to deal with bandwidth costs myself in the past, I totally understand that. But here's the thing. If someone doesn't download it right away and only does it later, bandwidth or data transfer costs generally go down over time. So it's sort of an advantage that people don't download it right away. Plus, people are downloading tons of stuff. The size of some of these downloads, like the max version of Sampletank, has over 600 gigs of content, like 18,000 presets. Syntronik 2 on its own has 34 synths, like 5,000 presets. Once you're done installing it, it's like 223 gigs of space or something like that. These are pretty well all very large downloads. So here's what was happening. A lot of people were downloading everything and throwing it on a backup drive just because they didn't want to pay that download credit later. But a lot of people would just use a few instruments here and there and just install as they needed. So if they had downloaded only the ones they actually used, they might have used up less bandwidth over time anyways because they weren't downloading everything just in case. So it probably all evened out over time. Another thing I was thinking about is managing these $10 credits was probably a pretty big hassle for IK Multimedia. All of the support tickets from users that didn't know about the time limit and that were wondering why they couldn't download their sounds anymore. Also, there has to have been a loss of customers with this time limit because every time people started talking about IK Multimedia, about one of their sales or group buys or whatever, the conversation inevitably went back to this 180-day download time limit. What it comes down to is buying something today and installing it later really shouldn't cost you extra. So good for IK Multimedia. I'm sure this will be a positive business move. It's made me happier with them. I mean, I did like them a lot already. Their plugins helped me get some fantastic music placements on some TV shows. But that time limit always bothered me. The only thing left now is for their T-Rax installer to stop installing everything without an option to just include the plugins you already own, because that's really annoying. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.